All right, guys, I want to take a minute in today's video and turn you on to something. It's called NAC or N-acetylcysteine. It's an amino acid antioxidant supplement that might be beneficial for people who are partaking in No Nut November, who are trying to do NoFap, or who are simply trying to break away from adult media content or pornography addictions. This supplement, N-acetylcysteine, looks really, really promising in the early literature when it comes to reducing compulsive behaviors. And addiction, I think, is largely, most people would agree, a compulsive behavior, right? You're scrolling on your phone on social media, and before you know it, you're on an adult entertainment website that you don't want to be on. Well, maybe you want to be there, but maybe you're trying not to be there. This could apply also to like online gambling, online shopping, things like that. Now, before I talk about these supplements, and I'm going to talk about more than one supplement here when it comes to helping with this stuff, I want to say a few other things. When people get into things like No Nut November and challenges like this, we're often thinking about like working out, eating healthier, journaling, meditating, just different areas in life that involve self-improvement, okay? And oftentimes I think it's overlooked that there's supplements and medications that can be really beneficial to people who are struggling with addictions. And particularly today, we're talking about addictions to pornography or adult media content. And that's important because if this is your first time doing No Nut November, if you've already failed, I'm publishing this video a few days into November 2024. What happens is people will quit watching adult media content and then they'll wind up experiencing like withdrawal symptoms from it. They'll get irritable, they'll get cravings to watch it. They'll deal with like anxiety, depression, a loss of motivation, all of this stuff, anhedonia, a general lack of joy in life. All of these withdrawal symptoms are actually pretty normal when it comes to quitting adult media content. And I want people to understand, like, yes, the mindset, 100%. Yes, 100%. You want to change lifestyle factors. You want to work out. You want to eat healthier. You want to do all those things to start to level up. But supplements can be a huge help. Now, the other thing I want to say before we talk about the supplement is when it comes to adult media content addiction, a lot of times watching porn is associated with other addictive behaviors. I know for myself, when I struggled with addiction, adult media content was like a chaser to using nicotine products, smoking cannabis, drinking alcohol. I never messed around with, heavy stimulants like cocaine or anything like that, but that's another common association with adult media content addiction, cocaine abuse. And NAC, N-acetylcysteine, an antioxidant amino acid supplement, has been shown in early literature to help reduce cravings and help reduce emotions, I guess I'll call it, involving compulsion. Okay, so again, watching porn, online gambling, online shopping, we could go on and on. Problematic video game use, problematic internet use, problematic stealing or shoplifting. Even binge eating disorders and disorders of self-harm have been shown to be benefited with the use of N-acetylcysteine, okay? NAC, and we'll talk about the dosage and capsules, chewing gums, powders. We'll talk about that all in a little bit. Now, I bring this up because a lot of times No Nut November for people actually winds up being about no alcohol November or no nicotine November or no cannabis November, because it's those behaviors that then lead into the consumption of adult media content. I know here at AddictionMindset, we've consulted with tons of people who are like, I don't even have an adult media content problem when I'm not smoking weed, when I'm not blowing coke, when I'm not drinking alcohol. They find that their only problem with adult media content is only relevant when they're doing those other activities. And the neat thing is NAC has been shown to help reduce cravings for nicotine, cravings for cannabis, cravings for cocaine, cravings for other addictive substances. This is really a crazy powerful supplement. So powerful that during COVID, the FDA actually pulled it off the shelves and you could only get it by prescription. So that's how you know it's a good product. NAC is not only good for helping people, control compulsive behaviors, but it's also potentially good for some of the withdrawal symptoms that could be associated with quitting watching porn. And specifically, when it comes to the dopamine crash that usually happens when you quit, and the brain fog that's associated with it. During COVID, people were using this like crazy, and they're still using it for long-term COVID with brain fog. And people, if you go through the threads online and the forums, you'll see people speaking of this supplement very highly when it comes to battling the brain fog and helping with that dopamine production, potentially even restoring a little bit of motivation and joy in people's lives. When it comes to N-acetylcysteine specifically, you're usually looking to take anywhere from 2,000 to 2,400 milligrams a day. Now, these capsules here, this brand, Force Factor, there's 600 milligrams of NAC per capsule. And I'll warn you guys, like NAC, this stuff smells like rotten eggs. So that's normal. Just be aware of that. That's what NAC smells like if you buy it. Now, that would be, what would that be on here? So that'd be like what, 3 to 5 capsules a day is what you would be taking of this. Now, here's the problem with capsules. N-acetylcysteine, when you take a capsule in a supplement form, generally speaking, you're only absorbing like it's low because a capsule has to go through your gut, has to get bypassed, it has to go through the liver, and then whatever's left over gets absorbed into your system in your bloodstream, which could be as low as about 10% absorption, okay? Now, look, I'm going to plug my own product for a minute here. We make a chewing gum product. Kick It Crave Less chewing gum. It's the only chewing gum product in the world. And this product contains N-acetylcysteine in it. It only has 100 milligrams, but the absorption on a chewing gum is buccally, like if you were to, suck on a nicotine gum or a nicotine pouch. So it bypasses the liver and the gut, and the N-acetylcysteine goes directly into the bloodstream, bypassing the breakdown in the liver and the gut. And you're talking absorption rates of closer to probably 60 to 80% with the buccal absorption versus something like a capsule, okay? The other advantage to a chewing gum is it's really fast acting. So like cravings, whether we're talking nicotine, porn, cannabis, cravings are intense and they hit quickly, and you want something that's fast acting when that happens. And that's why I put it into a chewing gum product versus into a capsule. I could have made capsules for really cheap. Making chewing gum is very expensive, but I figured this would be a better alternative for people. And we've been in business for over a year now, and it seems to be turning out that way. Now, our chewing gum also contains another product in it called KSM-66 ashwagandha, which has been shown in over 22 clinical trials to help reduce stress and anxiety. Now, this is important because when you're quitting an addiction, your body is undergoing physical and psychological stress, and that stress can have a negative impact on neurotransmitters like dopamine and adrenaline and acetylcholine, which is what your brain needs to function and for memory recall and learning. But it can also impact cortisol, the stress hormone, when you're quitting these things in a negative way. KSM-66 ashwagandha has been shown to clinically help reduce stress, reduce anxiety, balance some of those other neurotransmitters like dopamine, acetylcholine, adrenaline, and it's also been shown to help increase a person's stress tolerance. Quitting porn is stressful. Quitting drugs is stressful. Nicotine, weed, psychologically and physically. So anything that helps you increase your stress tolerance is only going to be beneficial when you're quitting substances. Now, in capsule form, which I don't have a bottle of capsules to show you, I like Vitamin Shop brand. That's the brand I would recommend for this stuff because they do third-party testing just like we do on our chewing gum products and all that. KSM-66 ashwagandha, you'd be looking at taking 300 to 600 milligrams a day. So that's typically a 300 milligram capsule taken once in the morning and once in the evening. Now, again, the absorption on a capsule is lower than it's going to be on a chewing gum product, and that the onset of the effect of that ingredient of KSM-66 is also going to be delayed because it's going through the gut and the liver first, okay? But the combination of NAC plus KSM-66 ashwagandha, I think, is an incredibly powerful combination of supplements when it comes to overcoming addiction, particularly addictions that involve compulsive behaviors. Like, let me just read this. N-acetylcysteine may be promising in the treatment for compulsive sexual behavior disorder, CSBD, including for people who have not responded well to other therapies or medications. Okay, that's That's a huge statement. And I'm sure you're going to see this stuff popping up more in pharmaceuticals and things like that in the future. Some other supplements that can help you guys out too that I don't sell, that aren't in my chewing gum, but I want everyone to look into creatine monohydrate, 2.5 to 5 grams a day, to help with brain function, to help offset things like depression, to help with cognitive recall, so learning memory and working memory. And creatine monohydrate has also been shown to be really good for performance, physical performance and physical endurance at fighting fatigue throughout the day. So one of the biggest problems when people are quitting porn is they're fatigued, they're tired because they're going through withdrawal. They're experiencing physical and psychological fatigue, they're experiencing brain fog. So if you can take a product like KSM-66, which also has been clinically shown to help elevate testosterone, in many cases when people quit porn or if they've abused it for a long time, their testosterone is at a lower point. KSM-66 can help to elevate that. Combine that with the physical performance and cognitive performance impacts of creatine monohydrate. Combine that with something like NAC, N-acetylcysteine, which can help to reduce cravings, reduce brain fog, rebalance dopamine. You now have a powerful combination of supplements. Now, another supplement that I want to plug is lion's mane. I take this in powder form. I take half a teaspoon, which is about 1,000 milligrams a day. Lion's mane has also been shown to be good for physical performance, cognitive performance, offsetting things like depression. It's been shown to be positive for nerve health and battling neurodegenerative diseases that can be associated with things like long-term cannabis use, even like chronic usage of porn or adult media content. So if you stack N-acetylcysteine, KSM-66 ashwagandha, lion's mane, and creatine monohydrate, I think you have a killer supplement stack for something like No Nut November or No Nicotine November, No Cannabis November, whatever it is you're quitting. Even alcohol, this stuff would be beneficial. NAC is also shown to be good to help improve the detox process of the liver. I would ask you guys, check out our chewing gum product, and we got a special promotion going on it now. We have 3 sizes available right here on YouTube Shopping, and I put the link for our product in the pinned comment. We have a 90 count bottle, so there's 90 pieces in here. I'll show you guys what it looks like. It doesn't look like normal chewing gum. It kind of looks like a tablet or a mint. The 90 count at 3 pieces a day is a month's supply. We have a 30 count, like if you want to sample it, that's a 2-week supply, which 2 weeks is usually the hardest days when it comes to quitting porn, nicotine, weed. The first 2 weeks are usually the toughest. So we got the 30 count, which lasts 2 weeks, the 90 count, which lasts a month, and then we sell it in a 3-pack of the 90 count, which is designed to last 3 months or 90 days, which is really the gold standard when it comes to quitting addictions and overcoming substance use. That's why we sized these products in those quantities for you guys. Now, I got a bonus thing going on. The other thing that helps is community support and accountability. We have the Addiction Mindset Recovery Coaching School program hosted on school.com. I put a pinned link for our group coaching I put a link in the pinned comment for our group coaching, and I'm giving anyone who joins a free bottle of the 30 count and a deep breathing necklace to help reduce anxiety and calm things down when cravings hit if you join our Addiction Mindset School community, okay? I'll directly interact with you in the DMs privately. We have group sessions for things, quitting nicotine, quitting cannabis, quitting porn. You'll get accountability and you'll get community support and you'll get guidance from me on there when it comes to all this stuff. And you can get this for free. Just pay shipping if you join that community, okay? Or, just check out these products on Amazon if you don't want to try my gum and buy capsules. I like Vitamin Shop. Vitamin Shop brand products are reputable products. I hope this helps. And I hope it gives you something different to think about and a different approach to No Nut November than what you're probably used to seeing here on YouTube, because that's what we're all about here at Addiction Mindset Recovery Coaching, giving you guys information that you haven't seen before. I just don't want to sit here and regurgitate all the same crap over and over again. All right, good luck.